single technology has an algorithm. The fact that you're seeing this right now means that the algorithm has pushed it to you. So the way that the algorithm works is it's based on your past clicks, right? If what you're liking, if what you're interacting with on social media is all negativity, it's all clout chasing, it's all people berating each other, it's all social media gossip and tea, then you're not going to necessarily be seeing positivity because what you're interacting with is negative. However, when you interact with positive things, when you interact with quotes, motivational talks, then you're going to see that more. And what we have to realize is that it depends on us. We can't be like, why am I not seeing this? My entire page is filled with negativity. It's because you're interacting with negativity. It's not going to show if you're not interacting with it. So it starts with you, to answer the question. It starts with you. Once you change your mind to be like saying no to negativity and say yes to solutions and say yes to value, then you too will be able to leverage social media and have a feed which is surrounded by growth and upliftment rather than have a feed which is filled with berating and downgrading.
Very important point you are bringing up there. Very, very novel. Well done for that amazing perspective. Now, that takes me now to a point that I would like you, and you can ask me that question. And for those of you who are watching, please, in the chat, share what you can share. And please come and provide ideas and ask questions, please. Afu, so the point is this. When you look at the attitude of everybody wanting to trend, and now with the algorithm in social media, especially on Facebook, with people who are following the negativity, and then the algorithm understanding it and sending more of those such messaging to the person, it ends up with the person thinking he or she is popular, but he or she is destroying his or herself without knowing. And with the pressure, peer pressure to become a celebrity for whatever reason, which I don't know, without anything to offer as a niche, as a fashion designer, as an environmentalist, as a scientist, as a builder or an electrician or etc. Why is it that society is not rising up to say enough? We are going in the wrong direction. And now that they're not rising up, what should we do? What do you think we should do to guide young people?
Well, to answer the first part of your question, I think that the reason why society is not putting a halt to this is because, to be honest, it's very entertaining. When you see two people beefing on
Wrong entertainment.
yeah, it is entertaining. I can't even lie. It is. But what we have to realize is that although it's entertaining, will it bring food on our table? And if it is bringing food on our table, is it sustainable? Because negativity is not sustainable. You can't be a multimillionaire. You can't touch lives by being a hater on the internet 24/7. That's
Right.
not going to happen. So to answer your first question, I think that a lot of people get looped into this mindset because it is entertaining, it is funny, but after a while, once you're the victim of the hate, it's not so funny anymore. But to answer the second part of your question, I think that a way that we can shift this is what I previously said, is by it starts with us. When we see something negative, instead of liking, commenting, sharing it to our friends, we should start sharing to our friends uplifting stuff. We should start sharing to our friends things that can provide value, things that can make us assets rather than liabilities. So like Nike, just do it and just share the positive stuff and stop sharing things that will keep on coming up on your algorithm, which then you can't say, and you'll end up saying, why do I always have negativity? Because it starts with you. If you say no to negativity and yes to positivity, then you'll be able to build the chain of value production.
Yes, and as you're speaking, there is some unwitty attitude that people don't want to listen to anything that can shift them from their current state of affairs, which is, in one word, negativity. But there are a lot of positive things that are happening, and positivity that is dotted all over the world, and more so in the African continent. We are seeing young people. For example, there is Adesowa in Nigeria who shifted from fashion blogging to creating eco-friendly clothing. There is you there who is doing fashion and redesigning using eco-friendly clothing. And when we look at people who are doing these things, they don't even have a lot of followers. But yet, there are so many people who come and complain how the world is not as it should be. So the question then becomes, what are you doing to make the world as it should be rather than as it is? And so when we look at influences we can bring, for example, the example of the Nigerian and so many people, Cameroonians, Ghanaians, Kenyans, etc., doing what they can do, leading workshops on making clothes from recycled material, showcasing their work, not only influencing fashion, but also promoting environmental conservation. When these aspects are shared, 2 or 3 likes will be there. So what I want to advise young people is don't bother about likes or comments. Just keep doing what you're doing. One day, what you have put out there that was meaningful will pick up. And at that time, you will not even have known that it was ever going to pick up. Over to you, Afu.
Yeah, excellent, excellent, excellent. And I have a question for you before we round up is that, like you've said, we see plenty of innovative volunteers, plenty of motivated people across the world saying yes to positivity and no to negativity and clout chasing. Is there anything special that sets them apart? And to someone watching, they may think that getting to this level is far and few between, that it's a 1 in a million chance that they can be successful for the right reasons. What do you say to that? And that is there something setting these people apart? And if there